Hey guys, welcome back, Maverick here, and right now we're going to be watching episode 5 of Bakemonogatari. What I expect would probably be the last episode of the Mayoi arc, something like that. Judging from how normally anime operates, I'd reckon about 2 to 3 episodes for each single character, although, of course, it could be more, right? I'd be happy to be proven wrong here. I've already talked a little bit about my predictions in the last episode, so let's just get right into the episode for this one. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Really? Alright. So I'll be keeping the opening, but of course I'll be putting it on mute. Yeah, but anyways, my thinking about Mayuri right now is that it has to do with her parents either divorcing or whatnot. I don't know, like perhaps her mom is dead. Like I definitely think that the fact that her name is Mayoi, uh and all this talk about being being lost and all that. I think it's definitely a metaphor for maybe her heart being lost or something like that. Compared to most of the series that I do, this series is definitely a bit more unique. But then again, the Monogatari series has always been more of a unique kind of series compared to other anime. It's really hard for me to get, my bearings as to how to approach this series, especially with the type of content that I usually do, or the type of format that I usually do. And back. Alright, this part I need to watch later on my own. It's impossible to watch that within here. Within the episode, I mean. Uh, Sometimes, anyways. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he did grow for last episode. First touch, really. That's... Once again? mm. I mean, it is true to a certain degree. Why are you, a zombie or something? A rapid. And Senjugahara is going to see this? Maybe? No. Five minutes later. How's she able to do all those poses? This is ridiculous. Dele. Okay, that's... those kind of words I don't really know much knowledge about. Really, a little heart to heart after a battle, after a fight. That's why they divorced, right? That's why you're lost? Shuruba? Oh.
星野から話聞いてきたんだろ戦場ヶ
荒木、私はどうやら謝らなければいけないそう。星野さん、そう言われてしまった。
原。謝らなければならないこと。
正しい事それを二つ違う結果が出たとする。その時、どちらの視点が正しいか。本来、自分の正しい方法なんてこの世にはないのだ。でも、だからって自分が間違って決めつけるのも同じくらい違う。
Hmm.
本当あの人、見透かしたことを言うわよね。嫌いだわ。
いや、何言ってんだお前。お前じゃなくて星野か。この状況にそんなのあまり関係がありそうにも思えないけれど。
カタツム迷い牛から解放された方法、とても簡単。荒木、カタツムリについていくから迷うのであって、カタツムリから離れれば迷いはない。
ついていくから迷う。
カタツムリの場合、対象となって人間の方、怪異の方を暮らし。だから、荒木くんがカタツムリから離れればそれでいいという。
いや、僕じゃないだろ。逐次がだよ。でもそれならおかしいじゃないか。八九時は別に自分からカタツムリについていってるわけじゃ、そんなことを望んでるわけないじゃないか。
だから私はあなたに謝らなくてはならないの、荒木くん。
Hmm.
でもそれでも言い訳はさ、悪気があったわ。それにわざとでも
Wait,
私は
is this what Senjugahara thinks, or is this what? Oh.
だってそうでしょ。2年以上もの間、私は普通じゃなかったんだもん。何かあって私の方が間違ってると思ってしまうのも仕方がなかったの。
おい、戦場が原。
八九時ちゃんよね。つまりね、荒木くん。母の日で気まずくて妹さんと喧嘩して家に帰りたくて。荒木くん。
What? That's the reason?
私には見えないのよ。
What?
あるところで、一組の夫婦がその関係に終焉を迎えました。夫婦の一人娘は父親が引き取ることになりました。
So she is literally the snail?
どんな思いも劣化していきます。時が過ぎ、一人娘は驚きました。自分の母親の顔が思い出せなくなっていたのです。母親の写真を見ても、
So she turned into an oddity?
どうかわからなくなっていました。だから一人娘は母親に会いに行くことにしました。この年の母の日に。けれど、一人娘はたどり着けませんでした。母親の家にはたどり着けませんでした。
Oh, so it's.
どうしてでしょう。本当にどうしてなんでしょう。信号は確かに青い。
Oh, so it's Mayoi that died,
一人娘というのが
not her mom. Okay.
以来ずっと迷ってるって。
目的地にたどり着けなかったの。他者の帰り道を返す。
Ah.
八口だそう。
でも本当にお前八九時が見えてねえっていうの。
見えないわ。声も聞く。
だってお前普通に。
見えないわよ、そんなの。
Hmm.
私に見えていた。ブツブツ独り言を言って、最後には一人で暴れ出した荒木くん。何をしているのか全くわからない。
でもそれならそうと言ってくれれば。
だから言えるわけないじゃない。言えるわけが。荒木くんに言えるものが言えないわ。
Ah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
戦場が原はまたおかしくなっただなんて思いたくなくて、おかしくなってしまっただなんて思いたくなくて、僕にそんなことを思われたくなくて、見えていない八九時のことを見えているふりをした。
because he doesn't want to. Really. This entire atmosphere and the music is trying to make this into a really creepy and eerie situation, but
あいつもまたそうだった。家庭に不和と歪みを抱えていて。
but I just find this entirely amusing on so many levels.
そんな悪質な怪異じゃないし、そこまで強力な怪異でもまず大きな害はない。そう言ってたわ。
だからなんだよ戦場ヶ原。
But he can't leave her now?
僕が聞きたかったのはこいつを、八九時をお母さんのところに一体どうやったら連れて行ってやれるかってこと。
He's trying to deny it.
分かってるの、荒垣君。そこにはいないの。どこにもいない。八九時はもう死んでる。だからさ、怪異に取り。
それがどうした。
荒木さん、怪異です。荒木さん、あの野ヶ原さんの言う通りです。私は
黙ってろ。前には聞こえなかったんだ戦場が。こいつは僕に対しても羽川に対してもとんでもないことを抜かしやがったんだ。
話しかけないでください。あなたのことが嫌いです。
わかるか戦場ヶ原。ついてきてほしくないからって会う人間全員にそんなセリフを言わなくちゃいけないやつがお前にわかるってのか。君は全くわからないぞ。わからなくてもそれでも自分が道に迷ってる時に一人でいる時にそういうことを言わなくちゃならない気持ちを。でも僕もお前も違う形で経験してきているはずだろう。お前には見えないし聞こえないし匂いすらも感じないんだろうけれど、でもそれだからこそこいつを無事に母親のところにまで送り届けるのが僕の役目だ。
そう言うと思ったわ。ようやく実感できたわ。荒木くんのこと。ねえ、荒木くん。荒木くん、私の抱えていた問題がバレちゃったの。荒木くんはその日のうちに私に声をかけて。どうしてかしら。荒木くん、ひょっとして私だから助けてくれたのかしら。でもそうじゃなかった。そうじゃなかったの。そうじゃなくて単純に荒木くんって誰でも助けるだけなの。
助けるってそんな大それたことじゃないだろう。大げさに言うなよ。
でも怪異に行き合ってから2年以上、私の抱えている問題に気づいた人たくさんいた。荒木くんみたいなのは荒木くんだけだったから。
そりゃまあ僕
And so what? So?
その通り。星野さんから最後ので荒木くん、今回の使えるだろう。一つ伝授して。じゃあ
行くってどこへ。
Send her home.
もちろん綱出さんのお家よ。それから荒木くん、
なんだよ。
I love
I love that deadpan expression. Omitted dog.
怪異としての属性が幽霊であるのなら情報的記憶が蓄積しない。情報的記憶とはつまり知識だ。
着いたわ。
僕のような土地勘のないものはもちろんカタツムリが見えてすらいない戦場ヶ原でさえ迷わせることができるが、知らないことは知らないのだ。いや、知っていても対応はできない。
The house was demolished.
例えば区画整理。新しく作られた道ばかりを選択したルートを使えば迷い牛では対応できない。徒歩で10分かか
Hmm. The background song is her character song. Hmm. These oddities are similar to like spirits who, you know, have regrets or whatnot. Similar concept.
ところで荒木くん、まだ返事を聞いていないのだけど、どうする？
いや、前ちょっと勘違いしてる。ほら、お返しがどうとかも言ってたじゃん。
あれは荒木くん。でも安心して。私は本当荒木くんにそこまでしているわけだ。だって荒木くん、誰でも助けるんだもの。
Wow.
でも、助けられたのが私じゃなくても、例えば、羽川さんが助けている荒木くん、横からね。私は荒木くん、特別に感じていたと思うわよ。あ、ちょっと大げさな物言いになって。荒木くん、強いて言うなら私は、ただ、荒木くんに
Aww.
楽しいだけ。
でも、まだそんなに話してないだろ。
そうね。
So I can
だ
talk
か
more?
らもっとなんていうか、荒木くんを好きになる努力をしたい感じなのかもしれない。
そっか。
そう。もういっそこう思ってくれてもいいのよ。愛情に飢えている。ちょっと誰にでもなびいちゃう惚れっぽいメンヘル処女に、王にも目をつけられてしまったと。
Hmm.
ついてなかったわね。普段の行いを呪いなさい。
Well.
ここで少し考えさせてほしいなんて、ふぬけた言葉を口にした。軽蔑するわよ、あまり女に恥を。
Ah, this is gold.
現時点でかなりみっともないと思ってるさ。でも、戦場がある。一つだけ僕の方から条件を出してもいいか。条件っていうか、まあ、約束みたいなもんなんだけど。
約束？何かしら。
戦場がある。見えていないものを見えているふりしたり、見えているものを見えていないふりしたり、そういうのは今後一切なしだ。もしも意見が食い違ったら、その時はちゃんと話し合おう。
Hmm.
約束だ。
お安いご用よ。
じゃあ行こうか。やっぱり暗くなって
Congratulations.
一応言葉にして。
She's still waiting for a response, Haragi.
流行るといいよな。
はい。
戦場がある。これ。
What? Okay. Alright.
いい加減に起きないとダメだよ。
Those are some pretty strong sisters. Oh. And of course she's still here. So now her next regret is she wants to stay by. A new sort of regret. A new sort of haunt. But is Araraki still the only one who can see him?
だと思ってね。まさか墨を吸うの？いや、そっちじゃなくて。じゃあどっち？なんとな
Alright, so as expected, this is the end of this arc. So probably the next... Well, it doesn't seem so. Oh. Suruga Monkey. Alright. Alrighty, so there we go with the Mayoi Snail arc, right? And, well, I guess I was sort of in the correct ballpark, but the situation resolved itself. You know, the true answer, the truth about the situation was definitely different from what I was expecting, right? As I've explained before, you know, and combined with the stuff that the text that was flashing on screen at the very beginning of this episode, you know, it's basically talking about how it's impossible for Mayui to meet her mom, and it's also impossible for her to call her mom or tell her mom to come meet her, right? There's no other way of contact besides Mayui going to her mom's home. And you know, throughout the entire time, and basically my entire prediction from the last two episodes as well was that her mom had died, right? I thought it was you know, just basically a case of her mother already had died and Mayoi was trying to avoid this truth. So, you know, in a twisted kind of way, if she never reaches her mom's house, you know, it's in a state of unknown, right? You can't really confirm that she has died. And so that's why I was thinking more about that kind of route. But as it turns out, in the end, it's Mayui herself that has already died and passed on, right? And, you know, a lot of you guys were talking to me about how, you know, there's a lot of clues hidden within the dialogue between the previous episodes, especially between Senjugahara and between Araragi, and, you know, it manifests here in the end where they did take a lot of the flashbacks as to the words that Senjugahara said, such as, I can't see her, right? And, you know, in my defense, you know, similar to how Senjugahara said she was afraid that of actually speaking up because she was afraid that it was herself that was weird. You know, it's not like I didn't notice she had a pretty weird reaction, all things considered. You know, when you see sorry, not Senjugahara, when you see a much older boy, you know, pick a fight with a much younger girl and then, you know, throw her around and whatnot, normal people would be like, what the hell are you doing, right? Senjugahara acted pretty calm throughout that whole thing, and as is revealed at the end, really from her viewpoint, she can only see Araki, you know, fighting by himself, right? Now, the episode did, now that I think about it, the episode also did pull a, you know, it did pull a trick on us as well, because it forced Araki to activate his, I know, his vampire powers and whatnot to have better eyesight. And so I thought that when Senjugahara said that she can't see, it's really a case where, you know, it's too far away or whatnot. But yeah, that's that, right? And anyways, as I was talking about, the weird reaction that she had, right? It's not like I didn't notice it, but to be honest, the reason why I didn't really think too much of it is because I don't have a very good read on Senjugahara's character either, right? She feels herself is pretty weird. I think her overall personality, at least up to now, 5 episodes in, is really, you know, I mentioned this last episode as well, it's really hard for me to get a grasp on what she's actually thinking. So that's why, even though she had this sort of deadpan reaction, I thought, maybe this is just how her character is, right? So that's why I didn't think too much in regards to that kind of possibility. I'm actually really curious if anybody would have been able to guess what Mayui's situation was, you know, accurately before it was finally revealed, right? I don't know. Let me know if any of you guys managed to guess this correctly before the big reveal upon Senjugahara's return, right? And what else? Lots of other things happened this episode. I guess for Mayui's case, don't really case closed, case solved, and she's still here in the future, right? So she's still going to be part of the ongoing cast. That is that part. Of course, the other big development here would be Senjugahara's sort of confirmation of her relationship with Araki, right? And first of all, I gotta say that Senjugahara's confession and Mayoi's deadpan "congratulations, ometetou gozaimasu," that scene is probably my favorite scene out of these 5 episodes so far. I thought that delivery from all sides was just perfect, right? I was laughing my head off during that scene. And what else, right? So Araki also responded, so they are now officially a couple, right? Now, to be honest, I was quite confused at the end there with Araki's response to Senjugahara. Like, Tore? Senjugahara Tore, right? That's definitely not a word that I've heard before, so I did have to kind of look this up. So, as it turns out, it's the word that was invented by Senjugahara back in episode 3, right? She went through this entire process of explaining how to break down this word fascination using the different radicals, and it's essentially a higher form of moe, right? Which in itself is also kind of hard to explain. A lot of people just translate it as cute, but I feel like it has some more intricate meanings to it, but whatever. I feel like fascination here is definitely a pretty good translation of what it's supposed to mean, right? And as far as I know, I think this is a word invented directly within Bakemonogatari. I don't think this is something that was used before this. Tore, like, it's not actually a reference to a slang word that happened naturally, right? I think it's an artificial word created by the author of the Monogatari series to describe this certain situation. So, yeah, cool, and it's definitely cool that Aragi used Senjugahara's own words to sort of, give back the response, right? And it was appropriate as well. He's definitely pretty quick thinking in his head. And we can see that Senjugahara was pretty pleased at the end there, with her really genuine smile, right? So, yeah, we got all that going now, and we've also officially ended the Mayoi Snail arc, right? So, next up, we're in a new arc. We've got a new girl. I believe it's a girl with a weird color. Is it blue colored or red colored or something like that? And of course, we're probably also going to be seeing, Senjugahara and Aragi furthering their relationship, right? We can see that much. We can infer that much from the preview of next episode. One other thing that was kind of mentioned here that I'm sure will come into play later on would be Hanekawa and what Aragi's mentioned about her, right? She also saw the snail, so she's also wanting to at least temporarily run away from home, and it appears to me that Aragi actually knows of her home situation, right? He was clearly saying that there was strain and discord on her household or whatnot. So, but then again, I've already pretty much thought that Hanekawa was going to be one of the girls that Aragi is going to help in the future, right? There's probably some clues here, and I don't think she's the next one up. Probably we're going to get some more characters first. And so there we go. That's my review of Bakemonogatari episode 5. I think I'm getting a better and better grasp at this whole thing. So hopefully for the next one, I'll be able to get a much better guess and prediction as to what's actually happening, what's the cause of the oddity, and so on and so forth. Right? So, but again, let me know if any of you guys managed to guess this one correctly originally. So there we go. I hope I'll see you guys next week as well. Until then, bye-bye.